Good evening, everybody. Jonathan here, Jonathan Wilner here from Harrington Limo on Facebook Live. It's our Tuesday at 7 p.m., and this is where we introduce uh, networking members of BNI to everybody out there. And a little bit about me. So it is my 7 o'clock Facebook Live. So my name's Jonathan Wilner. I'm third generation owner of Harrington Limo, where we provide ground transportation anywhere, anytime. We provide peace of mind. We want to share with you how we take care of our clients. And by that, I mean, we make sure that they're in a safe environment. We disinfect and clean the vehicles from the inside out, outside in. And we make sure that our chauffeurs are trained how to make sure that in between each traveler, that the vehicle is cleaned and disinfected so that the traveler is not worried about any contaminants. Our chauffeurs are also wearing masks, wearing gloves, and they constantly make sure that they wash their hands, use hand sanitizer and so forth. And they check in every morning, having their temperature taken, making sure that they're feeling well, everything's good. If they don't show up for work. It's really cut and dry. There's no gray area here. Either you're feeling great, no temperature, and you're ready to go, or you're not, and then you stay home, and we take care of it another way by getting another chauffeur in who is capable of doing the job. All our affiliates around the world are emulating the same service that we provide, and therefore we make sure our contacts at other limousine services around the world where we partner up with are executing the same level of safety and maintaining a clean and disinfected environment for all the travelers. So we want to make sure that you're safe and you feel comfortable. Peace of mind you can't buy that. We have to establish that for everybody. So enough about me, and really one of the purposes is to bring on my fellow BNI network members. And today I have a special guest. Her name is Amy Krasinski from the RSI Bank, and she's not only a great networking member of our BNI chapter called the BNI Founders, she is also a good person to know if you ever need any banking needs. So let's bring her on and she can tell you a little bit more. Good evening, Amy, and thank you very much for joining us. We're happy to have you here. Please tell us a little bit about you so that we can get a little bit closer to you.
Hi, Jonathan. Thank you so much. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. A little bit about myself. Amy Krasinski. I work for RSI Bank. I was born and raised in Woodbridge Township, a little town called Port Reading. I was there for about 26 years, and I bought a house in Colonia a little bit over 3 years ago. I went to Montclair State University. I got a degree in business administration, and I've been in banking for about 7 years now.
Wow. You're kind of young to be in banking, aren't you?
Yeah. I'm usually the youngest person around.
Great. Well, with so many banks out there, tell me, how did you choose RSI, or did RSI choose you? I mean, I'm sure you had plenty of opportunities coming out of Montclair, right?
Sure, yeah. So I was actually working at the YMCA of Woodbridge, which is now the Woodbridge Community Center. I was working there throughout college. I was coming home on the weekends during school, and I was the membership coordinator. And I had met the president of my previous bank, BCB. He came into the bank because he opened up the Woodbridge BCB office, so he just wanted an introduction to the community center. He wanted to make some community contacts. I met him. I was going to school for hospitality management. So I actually wanted to, be a director of a cruise ship or the GM of a hotel or, run my own restaurant. But then he told me to call him if I didn't have a job after college. I ended up calling him, and that's how I got into banking. I worked at BCB for about 3.5 years. And then RSI had offered me a great opportunity as a business development officer. And then last year I was just promoted to a senior business development officer. And now I'm managing a staff of 3.
Wow. That's pretty impressive. Very inspiring for a lot of younger individuals thinking, hey, banking is where I want to be surrounded by all that money and so forth, right? Is that a little bit of what you thought? Hey, I'm going to be around all this money, or what?
Yeah, so they actually put me in the business development role, which is, sales, essentially. I had no sales experience, but just, working with people and customer service at the YMCA, BCB threw me into the banking role of business development. And, I was on the road making connections in the community and bringing in business.
So, do you know a lot of your customers before they come into the bank? I mean, how do you get your customers, the people that you work with? How do you meet them?
Yeah, so I do a lot of networking. I always say that there's three parts of my job. It's, community development, customer retention, and then new business. I do a lot of networking, even if outside of BNI. I'm on the Chamber of Commerce. I'm on the Rotary of Woodbridge and Perth Amboy. I'm on the Woodbridge Township Planning Board. So, BNI, I'm involved in many different networking groups to help me, grow my clientele, my contacts.
Wow. So it sounds like to me that you do a lot of networking and so forth. You spend a lot of time at work. I know because I talked to you early in the morning, and it's 12 hours later since I last spoke to you. I spoke to you a couple times today, but it's great. I mean, you're very dedicated. How does this impact? Can I ask you how it's impacted you now with the pandemic in place, and it's got to be much more difficult to network and get those connections now.
Yeah, I've definitely seen a different side of networking. We utilize a lot of the Zoom calls. I missed just like from March through June 8th, we've had our branch lobbies closed. So we were doing drive-through only. So, we were working our tails off at the bank doing the PPP loans, the payroll protection loans, the government funded SBA loans. So we were working like crazy, but we weren't seeing any customers because it was drive-through only. We were doing everything remote. So RSI had opened the lobbies back up on June 8th. We're, practicing all of the social distancing protocols. We have the stickers on the floor to space our customers out online. And, everyone's required to wear a mask. But back to your question, yeah, I do. We really did miss the networking portion of it. BNI, we were meeting remote every week, but it's not the same as meeting in person. Um, the Woodbridge Chamber, which I'm heavily involved with as well, we just started, having meetings again. We had our second event last week.
So how has business changed? I mean, I now you just told me about how the networking has changed for you and your associations and all that's going forward. But how has your business changed? Let's go back pre-March, pre-pandemic to today. Um, your business, what has business been like for you?
Yeah, we see businesses are definitely struggling with cash flow issues. There's been big changes in a lot of industries. The PPP loans definitely helped a lot of businesses out when they were really struggling during those, when we were locked down for a few months. But yeah, we see a lot of cash flow issues. Our depositors maybe don't have so much as they would, when the economy was really flourishing about 6 months ago. Um, but for the most part, our employees at RSI, were fortunate that we have a safe working environment, that RSI is been a stable company to be able to thrive even during these challenging economic times.
So tell me, with that being said, uh, what are your thoughts on how has your daily routine changed now with the pandemic? I mean, before it would be, hey, let's meet for coffee, and people would come in and there'd be all this social gathering kind of thing. But how has your daily routine actually changed? I mean, based on what you used to do
Yeah.
pre-pandemic and what you're doing today. I mean, how has that happened, and how is your daily routine at work actually changed? I mean, I know you said about the partitions and safe distance, but how has that changed?
Like everybody else, though, everyone's lives changed during the pandemic. I noticed, though, when we opened our doors back up, customers were so happy to come back in and see people face to face. And that's how our BNI chapter, too, like we have side chats and we can't wait to see each other again and just meet in person. Um, yeah, my daily routine being that I've been working this entire time, thank God, I feel very fortunate that I've been busy. I keep myself busy in my personal life too. I have my dog. I'm also going to start fostering a puppy next Friday. So,
Really?
I have two dogs in my house. So aside from working, um, I work 24/7. I make myself accessible to my customers. I answer emails nights, weekends. I'm a busy bee. And now my hands are going to be filled with a foster dog. So if anyone watching this Facebook Live is interested in adopting a 7-month-old boxer mix, I will be fostering him on September 12th. I could post pictures of him later.
Yeah, boxer puppy, huh? Boxer mix. Do you know what it's mixed with?
I'm sorry?
What's the mix? Boxer and what?
No, they don't know. They just said he's between 7 and 8 months old, and he's a boxer mix. He's coming from.
Oh, it's a he.
Yeah, his name is Moose.
Wow. And what prompted that? To foster a puppy.
I have my 3-year-old golden doodle. I have my hands filled with him, but I think he needs a friend. So before I buy one, I thought I was gonna, do a good deed to the community and start fostering first.
So how long do you foster the puppy for?
Until the dog gets adopted.
Oh, really? So how does it get adopted if it's your house?
So I'll have the dog. I have to take care of him. But I'll be sending, frequent pictures to the rescue, which I'm fostering him for, and they will post the pictures and bring him to events when they have them to try to find him a permanent family.
Wow, that's pretty cool. I commend you immensely. I mean, to foster a
Yeah.
puppy is really, that's amazing. So with that, I'm gonna to migrate to the next question, which is, can you touch on your involvement with BNI?
Sure. Yeah, I've been part of BNI for almost 4 years now. I was part of a new chapter. I was part of the whole chartering process, so we definitely overcome a lot of struggles, challenges. It's really exciting to see.
Is that me or Amy? Freeze. You froze.
Ooh, am I good now?
Yeah, you're good now.
Okay, so
You
like,
thought out.
all right, we're good. Yeah, BNI makes up for about 20% of my business. Like I said before, I am part of different networking groups, but no other networking groups actually have the structure that BNI has, and that's why I really love it. I'm very passionate about it. There's accountability in BNI. It's a very strict business networking group, and there's expectations set on everyone. You have to bring in business, you have to meet with the members, you have to do things for the group, whether it's a leadership role or just be an outstanding member. I've served on several leadership roles, so yeah, I'm a huge advocate for BNI, and anyone that is interested in joining or would love to come see the founders, we meet on Tuesdays at the APA Hotel in Metro Park. Typically, but we're having Zoom meetings right now, so I can definitely provide that information too after the Facebook Live.
So you're excited about BNI. I mean, you've been in it for a while and so forth, and it's impacted your business. And what are the key points that you would say, other than you had mentioned before that it's strict and it's business and it's accountability, but what is the one thing that really attracted you to say, you know what, I want to do this, I want to be part of this?
I think it is. I have to go back to the structure of the group, and they mean the members mean business. It's we count the numbers. Um, we track all the referrals, we track attendance, and you want to pass business to people that you know and like, and you really get to know them when you meet every week. So I just love the structure of it. It's unlike any other networking group that I've been a part of, and I highly recommend to other business professionals looking for a networking group or looking to make contacts within the community.
That's awesome. There's good insight, and I think that it's good that you being there. One, I have to say that you're younger than your average, and you've excelled more than most at your age. What are you, 26 now, right? So that's our own inside joke, right? So anyway, but no, you've really achieved so much so quickly, and it's very promising. And for you to pick something and understand, that how good it really is, you must really know what you're talking about because you've been what a lot of people, and I talked to other members of our chapter, and say very successful young lady, which you are. So you obviously know what you're looking for, and you can determine what's good and what's bad. So BNI really works for you, and you see a lot of value, and you like the structure. I like the structure too. I like the fact that there's a lot of accountability, and that, like you said, you got to do business with people who you trust. But it goes, like, and trust. So you got to get to know them. If they don't show up all the time, there's no accountability and so forth. So it's really very important. Have you ever had any issues uh, with other members at BNI where you gave them a referral and they dropped the ball?
Um, Thank God, knock on wood, I haven't had a memorable bad experience. There's certain members where you feel like maybe a little apprehensive. You feel like you need to get to know them more, you feel comfortable, and that's what's really important about like one-to-ones. You get to know the members. And also with BNI, you're not limited to those people in the group. It's like a Rolodex of contacts to have, but you're not limited to those people.
Hmm. So if you were looking for, I don't know, an architect that we don't have, I know we don't have an architect in our group, you would be able to go on what our BNI Connect, our portal for BNI, exclusively for BNI members, and find an architect anywhere in the world, right?
Yeah,
And you'd be able to, talk to that chapter president and other people in that person's chapter and find out a little bit more about that architect if it was somebody that you wanted to reach out and touch and talk to about doing a particular project, right? Does
yeah,
that make you feel good?
yeah, absolutely. BNI Connect is an excellent resource, and also knowing people in other chapters too, because you never know what industries they're going to have. And you attend different groups, and you make even more contacts. You double your contacts, and that's the beauty of being in BNI. You can visit other chapters, and just keep expanding your contacts.
It's like being a member at a gym that's a worldwide gym. You can work out anywhere, right? So,
Exactly.
so this is really good information. And if anybody wants to see you, where can they see you? Where are you located?
So my primary office is in Woodbridge at 408 Broadway Avenue, right next to City Hall. We have four branches. Two are in Broadway, one is in downtown Raleigh next to our train station. The other is on the Linden border on St. George Avenue. And then we also have an office in Philadelphia.
But if they wanted to see you, you're where? You're in Woodbridge. Okay, that's great. Uh, and if they want to see you on BNI, you're at the Founders, right? Every Tuesday morning at 7 a.m.,
Yeah,
like
that's
clockwork,
the
right?
call, but we are meeting virtually for the time being due to the circumstances.
Right. So if anybody wants to reach out to either Amy or myself about BNI, by all means, uh, our email and so forth. You can find us here on Facebook. You can find me if you Google Jonathan Wilner at BNI or Amy Krasinski at BNI. Oh, I'm sure we'll find out. We'll pop up on Google like one, because that's how strong the SEO for BNI is. When you're a member, it kind of populates really, really quick. You'll come up. Sometimes I come up on BNI on other stuff. It's really weird, and I've been doing this for a while. So it's great. So if you're curious about BNI, reach out to either myself or Amy. Our information is here. And Amy, is there anything else that you'd like to add?
No, I just want to thank you so much for this opportunity. This was awesome. I've never done a Facebook Live. This is my first.
Well, wait until you see the numbers that pop up afterwards. It's kind of amazing. My, Jennifer shows me everything after each interview, and the numbers are really quite amazing, and you'll get to see that. So I'm not sure who's going to be on next week, but I'm sure we'll find out soon enough, right?
I will definitely be tuning in.
What's that?
I'll definitely be tuning in to see who's on next.
Look forward to it. Thank you very much for joining us this evening, taking some time out of your day. Good luck with that puppy, and just keep in mind to share. Just constantly share. And you know what? I think that we should share the BNI link on our Facebook pages. Maybe somebody that is not familiar will suddenly reach out, and I look forward to seeing who's there next.
Awesome.
All right. Well, have a good night, everybody. Thank you for joining.
Night,
See you
everyone.
real soon.